Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Son of Mogeth and we're back on 7 Days to Die. It's about to be morning, if you wait for it. That might be the best timed thing I've ever done in a video game. Yeah, I just went through the night here. It was a bit of a busy night. I had lots to do. I made myself some cornbread to avoid getting food poisoning from eating just raw corn. Which, you know, isn't great, is it? Let's face it. Food poisoning, not wonderful. I made a whole bunch of arrows. So, yeah, as you guys are aware, it being day 5, day 7 is not that far off. Like at all. It's actually really, really close. And I've done nothing to prepare. Which is what today's going to be about. I've got my axe, and I've got a shovel and a pick. And what I'm going to do is, I got some cobblestone here. These, I don't know if you noticed, these big blue blocks that were there and there, or there, I don't remember. If you use a shovel on them, you get cobblestone out of them. I will then transform those into cobblestone blocks, flagstone blocks, and then upgrade them further. I will attempt to demonstrate. I am kind of worried about the pig. It might still be down there, and it might still be angry. Let's have a look. Oops! That kind of made me jump. I fell a long way. Let me see if I can find the piggy quick. It chased me all the way around here. Doesn't look like it got through that door. I guess it wandered off at some point during the night. Certainly looks like it, yeah. What am I going to do today? Today is going to be preparing the house, like I said. If I get the axe, I'll show you what sort of the plan is. I must admit, I had a plan, and it was kind of something that I'd never tried before. So I tested it out in a creative world, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Well, not at all. It works, but badly. It works badly, I guess, is what I should be saying. So what I'm going to do is upgrade the house into a concrete fortress and go with the good old-fashioned Sea of Spikes technique until I come up with something better. Yeah, not the best way to go about it, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wooden blocks out, replace them with these flagstone blocks, and then use my tools to upgrade to, I think that's cobblestone blocks, and then later I can upgrade those to concrete, and then reinforced concrete, and then still reinforced concrete. This does mean, however, that I'm going to have to go back across the road to the barn, because there's a bunch of easy to get cobblestone and concrete over there. I'm just hoping the zombies haven't respawned. What's in there? Some bullets. Might as well take them now. Are the piggies still here? Yeah, I won't mess with them right now. Considering how the last one went. So yeah, if I... Oh, I'm not sure what I did then. Do you see these big blue blocks? See, I'm getting cobblestone out of these, which saves me from having to bash rocks. I'm also going to have to mine a lot of wood, which isn't great, but I'm going to need them from spikes. See, and this is concrete. Probably should have done that quieter. Oh yeah, somebody else also pointed out that I didn't get the hidden backpack in here, so I can do that while I'm over here. Doesn't look like the zombies have respawned, which is a good thing. It's going to be a remarkably uninteresting episode of me digging things. and chopping things and cutting things and crafting things into other things and then replacing things with them. All of the things. What I also did during the night is I had enough materials for one repair kit, and I used it on the bow that I had. So if something happens, at least I've got some kind of decent weapon. Currently, things are not looking great for Horde Night. I could have a bit of a cheat and make the 6th day longer. If I go into the settings, I can change the length of the day. So instead of them being about half-hour days and 15-minute nights, I didn't mean to pick that up, I could change it so it's like a 2-hour day and I'll get everything finished. I don't think I'll do that. I've never needed to do that before, but it is something I can do. Something I will keep in mind. Now, these blocks here, are they worth mining for rocks? Now that I've got... Yeah, I think these are. I think these are worth mining for the rocks. I don't have to go rock hunting, which is a weird phrase to use. I'm gonna go hunting rocks. It's not like they go anywhere. But I need the materials. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So many things I don't mean to do. Something weird going on with this as well. Like every time I have to bash open a box or something similar, it always takes like an extra swing. See, yeah, my food and my water are fine for now. It's the stamina that does it for me. It really runs out quick in this version of 7 Days to Die. Oh, I leveled up. I thought it was going to say I ran out of stamina, when I clearly did not. I did spend a couple of points... Oh, there's an ammo thing just flying in the air. Alright, some shotgun shells. Don't mind if I do. I can't remember whether I have a shotgun or not. Maybe I'll find one along our travels, but what was I saying? Yeah, I used a couple of points. I got a point in strength, and I got this, which allows me to carry more. Should be fantastic. What I really want is the damn bloody forge. I want the forge, but it won't let you have it until you're level 10. And I'm only just level 7. It's kind of weird that these float, but I guess I'm going to have to deal with it. Here we go. So we're going to get all of this. We're going to get all the cobblestone. We're going to get all of the concrete. My ear is itchy. That's unrelated. Well, not entirely unrelated. And we're going to shore up the house. We're going to put a sea of spikes down, which means I'll need all the wood in the world. However, I can in fact just spend all night crafting stuff. Luckily, that is not an issue. Let me come over here and see. I fell off again. Maybe I should be more careful? Maybe I should just go this way. Yeah, I think I found this like in the first episode, and I fell down and never went back for it. Come on. Oh, I had it then. Come on. Oh, this is so exciting for you guys to watch. I'm just going to break this thing. Screw it. A little bit of scrap iron isn't going to hurt. There we go. What's in here? A candy cane club and a tank top. Well, I can scrap that and take the club. Really wasn't worth it, was it? Let's face it. Never mind. There could have been something amazing in there. I've had reasonably good finds. I've got several wrenches. I've got several pickaxes. several no, I've got a shovel and all sorts of things. Again, paranoia just kind of got the best of me there. I thought I could hear badness. Is there anything up here I want to salvage? Yeah, loads of concrete over there. Oh yeah, it's goody stuffy. Not the most interesting thing for you guys to watch. I do apologise. How are you guys doing? Are you looking forward to Horde Night? What have you been playing recently? I've got this friend who keeps bugging me to play Apex Legends with him, and it's not that I've got anything against Apex Legends or Battle Royales in general. It's just I'm sick of them. I played a lot of Hunger Games Minecraft, which is essentially one of the precursors to this whole Battle Royale fad that's going on currently. What's the other one I played? I played a little bit of The Culling, and I've played Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, which is hilarious and a lot of fun. But I just kind of... I mean, first-person shooters aren't really my thing. I like this, what I'm doing here. Open world, survival, crafting. A lot of the games I have zombies in them. Lots of zombies on my channel, especially recently. I have noticed that. It's not like I didn't. But I'm alright with it. Like, I'm having fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. And again, it's not like I'm refusing to play. But it's just... I wouldn't enjoy it. And I wouldn't try as hard as I would on something that I did enjoy. And as such, it would just be a bit of a bummer, really. The whole occasion would not be as entertaining as I would like it to be. And oh, look, somebody's had a go at my house at some point. Right, let's get rid of these. I want to do this as well. I know I'm supposed to be getting rocks and dirt, and I'll tell you what I could be doing, actually. I could be turning this into blocks, couldn't I? Recipes, flagstone block. I'll just make as many as I can. I know I need the cobblestone to upgrade the flagstone blocks, but I can make cobblestone from rocks and dirt. So it's not a huge problem. It's just that stuff over there is so easy to get. So quick and simple that I don't see any reason why I would spend time making them when there's a bunch of, free stuff, essentially. There we go. Just want to make sure that come Horde Night, none of them find a little gap or a space or something they can fall in. It's not entirely necessary, but it's what I'm gonna do. Since the plan that I had was, again, not a complete failure. The idea that I had was just to let them in this bottom floor, the zombies that is. Just let them come in and do whatever they want. And then I was going to have a pit in the middle of the room and sit under the pit so they jumped in. And there'd be, it'd be full of spikes, and I was going to use campfires and things like that. So they'd just burn in there all night. Turns out that they fall through the gaps into the safe section with me. That's not good. I don't want it. I don't want that at all. God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of wood. I'm gonna need a lot of rock. And it's gonna take a long old while, I should imagine. And how successful it is as a plan, I don't know. I've used the Sea of Spikes technique so many times to fight off hordes in this. And it's always, well, not always, but it kind of bugs me in the sense that it doesn't leave many of the zombies available for looting. However, the devs kind of took that out of my hands because they don't drop loot anymore, only very rarely. And what you get from them tends to be just basic stuff. So the loot really isn't a big problem. The Horde Night, in essence, has become stop them wrecking your house night. And as I say, if I reserve the top floor, the top floor and the attic space as mine, they can do whatever they want to the main floor and the main floor and the basement. Which reminds me, is there like cobblestone and things like that in the basement? I might have to go check since I'm close. I'll do that now, otherwise I'm just going to forget. I'll forget. I won't do it. Let's just have a little run down here. I wonder where that pig actually went. Yes, there is. Okay, well, I mean, I might as well get them rather than the zombies having their way. It sounded like the zombies were going to sexually assault bags of concrete. I didn't mean for it to come out that way, but that's kind of how it sounded to me after I said it. It's a bad thing. There we go. I'm going to have a bit of concrete. It's not going to be much, and I'm not entirely convinced what we get will be useful. However, I'm stuck. However, I'm stuck. What was I saying? Yeah, however, I can save it up for other things. It's just there's so much to do, and I've done essentially none of it. It's going to burn through my tools as well. Like this pickaxe, the pickaxes, this shovel. This shovel's almost done already, which means I'm going to have to make a stone shovel at some point. Do we have any more in here? Don't believe we do. Yeah, things like that. Like, I really want to just make sure these aren't going to be a problem. Yeah, the new plan, as I say, is to turn this entire place into concrete walls and just let the zombies come in. I kind of forget why I'm here. I wanted to pick up my other pickaxe, didn't I? That's what I wanted to do. Let's jump up here. For some reason, jumping in this uses so much stamina. It's unbelievable. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait, what? I did a thing. I come up here and realise my tools aren't over here. I put them in this box here so I wouldn't have to go back there to grab them. Right. Let's actually try and get some work done here. I saw something move then. Was that just me? Paranoia. Yeah, looks like it was just a bout of paranoia. How are we doing on those blocks? I'm not even sure how many of those blocks I'm going to need. I think a lot. It's going to take so long to knock all this out. And as I say, replace them. But I think it's going to be a worthwhile tactic. If it comes down to it, I could just turn this whole place into like I'm not even sure the best way to describe it. Like a battle base. Where instead of having regular walls, it's got concrete walls and bars. I can't make iron bars, but I can make wooden bars, which aren't the same. Obviously they're not, because they're made from an entirely different material, but I mean, they're not as good. They're not as viable a long-term solution. But as soon as I get a forge, I should be able to make my own iron bars, which would be amazing. And then I'll be able to shoot out as they're trying to bust their way in. I'm just thinking, I'm just going to get rid of this door entirely. Oh my god, it takes so long. It's another problem with this. When you're used to playing 7 Days to Die in the realms of the end game, this thing doesn't really have an end game. Not like a oh, you won the thing kind of way. But when you're used to, you know, you've got all the good stuff and you don't have to worry about food and you don't have to worry about zombies getting in, like you can survive any given horde night. Something like a door is just a mild inconvenience. You just grab your steel pickaxe, you bust it down and it goes away. It's not a problem. Oops. However, at the stage we're currently at, doors are a significant problem. They make a lot of noise. They waste a lot of time. And I don't like that. I don't like it. It's a bad thing. Luckily, knocking down these blocks isn't taking as long as I thought it would. There you go. If I upgrade that partially destroyed block, I think that'll become like a regular concrete block now. I can upgrade that to a reinforced concrete block later. I can't believe it's bloody... Oops. It's... yeah, 2 PM in game already. And I've barely still done anything. Although the progress is fairly quick, so... yay, I guess. I can hear puffing. And I think it's my character, but I don't want to assume it's my character. Oh. I don't know, there are certain games that just make me paranoid. And I like that, because it doesn't actually happen to me that much. Things like the forest, where you'll just be, oh, I need to build a thing for my house, I'll cut a tree down, and you'll be cutting a tree down and you'll just hear a in the distance. You're like, oh Christ, what is that? And you just spend the rest of your day thinking they're going to get me. They're going to run over the hill and they're going to murder me. And there won't be much I can do about it. And I kind of like that constant awareness that you should be looking over your shoulder, but you can't because you need to build things. Yeah, I mean, it's this, Project Zomboid, The Forest, Ark to a degree. I've played quite a lot of Ark, you know, the amount of times I've been building something on there and some annoying dino has run up over the hill and just murdered the hell out of my face. I haven't played Ark in a long time though. I think the last time I played Ark, it was still in like the late alpha, and I think they've moved on from that quite a while ago, but it uses up so much of my hard drive space. It's unbelievable. I checked it the other day. 220 gigabytes for one game. And it's like I've got my gaming solid state drive, and it's a 1 gigabyte drive, so 1 terabyte drive. So I've got enough space for a lot of games, but I'm not going to be able to install all my games all at the same time. Clearly not. Which is fine. I mean, I don't really want to. A lot of the games that I have installed currently, I don't really play. But 220... I think 220 point something. It's 220 and change in gigabytes of space. I just think it's too much for what Ark is, and it is great. I do love it. It's too much space. But on the upside, I get to have like a bitch and a moan and a rant and a... Yeah, I get to talk about it, which is always good fun. Where is that perk where you get to... Oh, I didn't mean to actually buy that. Oh, damn it. What did I do? What did I actually buy? You can... Oh, that's actually the one I was looking for. I just clicked buy and I wasn't really paying attention. So if I scrap this, I could make another one. That's better. Oh. Or not. Oh, well, I spelled axe with a W somehow. I'll need some plant fibres. Not a problem. Let's go punch the grass. Boop. Okay, so maybe this will be a little bit better. I dare say it's not going to help that much. Oh, I'm thirsty? What the hell? I guess I haven't drunk all day. Alright, let's have a little drinky. And I'll have some food while I'm here. There we go. That should sort things out, I hope. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about Ark, wasn't I? Talking about some game in some other game. That sounds like something I'd do. I am so concerned. It's like 4 o'clock. I don't have any spikes. I don't even have that much wood to make spikes with. Like, you can make these wooden spikes. I miss the old log spikes. That's 13. That's hardly any. I'm going to need... I don't know. Probably about 200? Probably more than that, even. So, yeah, I'm going to... But that's the way this game goes. I don't know how many of you guys watching this actually play. As I mentioned before, I'm not sure what the conversion rate on watchers to game players actually is, especially, you know, on my channel. But you spend your first 7 days trying to prepare for the horde. The horde comes and it wrecks the place. They just pull it to pieces and leave it in shreds on the floor. But you've made progress since you first started, so instead of taking a full week to get your stuff back to where it was, it might take, say, 5 days, and you can spend the next couple of days building things and looting, which gives you more progress. So then the horde comes along and it wrecks your stuff. And because you've made more progress, it takes less time to recover from that. So you might only spend, I don't know, 4 or 5 days recovering from the horde and fixing your stuff. And you get to spend more and more time out in the world doing the fun stuff. And yeah, that's when it gets really interesting, because this is quite the fun pimps who are the dev team for this have made quite an interesting world. Some of the buildings are amazing. It's kind of a shame I haven't got to show you that stuff yet, but I mean, there's no point in going out into the world and wandering around and, you know, exploring all the cool stuff if I'm just going to get murdered every other day or so, you know? And get absolutely and utterly murdered once a week. I might as well do this stuff now so I don't have to worry about it as much later. I keep hearing things. There's definitely a zombie nearby. Because I can hear it going, Maybe if I crouch while I'm, you know, chopping wood, it'll be less enticing for the zombie. Maybe, just maybe, they won't come and eat my face. I haven't died yet though, having said that. It's one of those games where you die a lot. My stamina. You see on the blue bar in the bottom left hand corner, I tried to point to it with the mouse and of course it just moves, doesn't it? So I end up doing this. I'm sure that looks fantastic as a video. How do I put my stamina back up? It's just occurred to me, I'm not actually sure. Does food do it? Did that go up? I don't think it did it? I'm going to have to look that up, because it never used to have a cap like that. Like, the more work you do, the quicker your stamina goes down. And it's actually going up now. Okay, so I did something that made it go up. I think? Did I? I don't know, maybe I'm just having a freak out. As I mentioned, I am quite concerned that this 7-day horde is going to be a huge issue. It's going to be funny if it is, because they're just going to come in here, they're going to murder my face, and yeah, and laugh. Essentially, just going to laugh about it. I'm just thinking, if I fix up the house with the blocks today, and maybe tomorrow I can chop wood and make spikes all of the 7th day, because they don't show up until 10 PM. That might work. If it comes down to it, I can put spikes down while they're spawning and running in. I said that so strangely. Like I can bake spikes. I can bake spikes, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Son of Mogef, and I can bake spikes. God damn it. I can make spikes while they're beating on the house and just put them down between me and them, which used to be how I dealt with dogs back in, I think, like the Alpha 14 days. The zombie dogs back then were they were everywhere, and they were so OP, man. I mean, they're kind of pain in the neck now. They're not fantastic to come across. It's not like you see a zombie dog running at you and you're like, oh, little puppy, come to lick my face. Oh, no, it's come to eat your spleen. However, they were just worse back then. Like I say, they were everywhere, and they were just not unkillable. They were just difficult. They were just difficult to deal with in so many ways. And what I used to do is because these spikes that I'm talking about, yeah, if I just make one, look, just show you what I mean. I can't even put it down where I want to put it down. Come on, stop being in my way. I'm trying to do a demonstration. damn stupid post. Right. If I still can't put it down. I'll just put it there. There you go. That. They used to be craftable for 10 wood. And now they're 20, which still isn't bad. And wood is harder to get now than it was, but you could just make so many of them so quickly. You just an endless amount of wooden spikes in your inventory, constantly making wood spikes. And anytime a dog came running at you, whether you saw it or it just, you know, ninja attacked you from the shadows, you know, they come, and normally in packs as well. They're attacking like 4s and 5s. You could just run backwards, just throwing spikes on the ground. These ones, they looked different then, but they're essentially the same thing. Yeah, you just run backwards, throwing spikes all over the ground, and the dogs would run into them and kill themselves, and it would work out fairly well. Especially, you know, in the early game when you didn't really have weapons capable of dealing with them too well. And I guess the devs didn't like that. It's like didn't necessarily nerf the spikes, they just over time made them more expensive to make, take longer to make, and the resources are harder to get as well. So just like, oh, you found an easy way around one of the obstacles we've programmed? Well, we're going to program out of that, aren't we? It's like, oh, thanks, devs. Awesome, you're determined, absolutely determined to make sure that I get murdered at some point. And ask anyone who plays 7 Days to Die, they've been murdered in a variety of ways. They all have. And yes, I'm not really much one for calling people liars, but if you talk to someone who say they've never been killed in 7 Days to Die, or they've never been caught off guard by a pack of dogs or something like that, then they're probably lying. That kind of thing doesn't happen as much as it used to. Back in the day, when I was a lad, I was just a whippersnapper like yourselves. Sorry, bit of an outburst. Yeah. People like needing to be fantastic at games all the time was this like huge deal. Oh, hello, suitcase. There's nothing in it. And people would like drastically bloat their achievements in video games, and they'd be like, oh, I've literally never died. It's kind of the equivalent of saying, oh, I don't know, that somebody brought, say, like Dark Souls 3 or whatever, and they completed it within an hour and never even got hit. I know there are people that can do that kind of thing, but when it was brand new out, you know? And you're just like, I'm not denying it's a possibility that that could happen, but I also don't believe that it happened to you. But luckily, there's a lot of that, less of that going on. People seem a lot more willing. I probably could have dealt with that better. Yeah, people seem a lot more willing to just go, yeah, I'm not good at that. I like it, I'm just not good. Which is so much better. I'm trying to not fall. I'm trying not to fall, I was going to say, like an idiot, and then I immediately fell down. I have to do that. There you go. Spider-Me, Spider-Me, uses blocks to climb a tree. Again, that's probably the best ad-lib rhyme that I've ever come up with. Not musically gifted, me. Nope. Not very good with the music stuff at all. Doesn't help that I'm almost completely deaf in one ear, but I'm also cack-handed and uncoordinated and constantly off balance. And like, anytime you see me play a video game and my character falls over or like falls down a hole, it's roughly equivalent to how many times I fall over just in my regular day. I fall over like 3 or 4 times a day. And that's not even a joke. I'm so uncoordinated. It's unreal. And it's I don't know, I used to hate it, but now it's just like, lol. You know, I don't care that much about it. I've just realised it's bloody nearly darkness time, and I'm out here waffling in your ears. Okay, I need to get to safety. Block. Yeah. Didn't expect me to do that, did you? There's no way you could have expected me to do that, because I didn't expect me to do that. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. One more. Oh, I did that just in time as well. I'm going to crawl up into my hidey hole. And I'm going to eat some food. Oh, I need to put my tools away. Yeah, I'm going to eat some food. And I'm going to maybe make some spikes. I could make a few more arrows. Maybe both. And I'm going to forge a few more of these blocks. And I'll come back on day 6. And that is when I'll be seeing you. Thanks everyone for watching. It's a dialogue heavy episode, I'm aware of that. But I didn't just want to like cut me gathering resources and then be like, oh look, here's what I've done. This is one of those series where I kind of want to share all the parts with you rather than cut little bits out here and there during the day. During the night I'm alright with it because there's hardly anything going on during the night. But either way, let me know if you enjoyed the episode. I always love to get comments from people. Leave your likes, and if you're new, subscribe. It makes me happy. As I say, I'm Son of Mograph, this is 7 Days to Die, and I'll see you soon. I did it again. I did it. I just ended a video. I ended without waffling. Spider-Me uses blocks to climb a tree.